the next House legislative race, 176 legislative district. I believe the winner for the best campaign slogan, it's not just a great slogan, but it's a philosophy of what must happen this year. End the decade of excuses, Maureen Madden.
Hi, thank you very much. So it's 45 days till E-Day. And as a person who's been involved in campaigns and elections for over 30 years, I can tell you I get very excited. I get very excited as the day gets closer and closer. And I'm going to tell you something that only Ann Tarakia knows. Well, maybe some of you know, because she outed me when I was the Meet the Field organizer, and we would spend hours together in the same office. Sometime around 45 days, 40 days till the election, I pick up a cell phone and I turn it on and I become a superhero. I become Maureen Madden, human phone banker. And you give me a cell phone and a comfortable chair and I can phone bang for 12 hours, kid you not. If you give me a heating pad, I can go a little longer. And my phone calls go something like this. Hi, I'm Maureen Madden. I'm running for state representative. Do you know who I am? And sometimes they say, well, yes, I voted for you in the primary. And I say, thank you very much. Have a great day. Vote for me in November. Then I make the phone calls where I say, hi, I'm Maureen Madden. I'm running for state representative. And they say, not interested. Bye. And then there's the phone calls I make where I say, hi, I'm Maureen Madden. I'm running for state representative. Do you know who I am? And they say, no. I said, well, did you vote in the primary? And they said, yes, I voted straight Democrat. I said, well, you voted for me. Thank you very much, and I would appreciate your support in November. And then I get my favorite phone call. No, I'm not really sure who you are. I've seen your yard signs. Why should I vote for you? And I tell them, you should vote for me because I have real solutions, I have real ideas of how we can improve this district. And this is where I depart from my opponent. I actually tell people the truth. They say to me, what about our property taxes? What about 1776? Mario is going to pass 1776. I say, Mario told you he was going to pass 1776. He stood on the steps of the Capitol with a camera crew and a bunch of supporters he busted up there and said he was going to pass 1776. But when they voted it to get it out of committee, he voted against it. And I tell them, 1776 is not the answer to your problems. It's a good start. It could be a great supplemental bill. It could, you know, provide tax breaks in the amount of 50% for the homestead tax. It's not a perfect bill, but it could be a good bill, and it deserved a conversation. It deserved to be ironed out and to see if we could make it a good bill and give property tax relief. And I tell them the truth. And then they say to me, oh, I've seen your campaign signs, I've seen your literature, I've been on your website. Well, how are you going to create family-sustaining jobs? And I say, well, you know what? We're not going to invite people here and give them billions of dollars of tax breaks if they're not going to create family-sustaining wages. We are not going to say, come to East Stroudsburg, Walmart, we're going to give you the tax break of the century, and you go ahead and give your employees a $7 an hour job so that 50% of them can qualify for food stamps. We're not going to do that. We're not going to say to Dutch Shell Oil, yeah, we'll give you a $1.6 billion tax break over 20 years. That's going to cost us $80 million a year to create a couple of hundred jobs in Pittsburgh while our infrastructure is crumbling in Monroe. Monroe County, I read a study, Monroe County ranks #1 in the nation for crumbling bridges and roads. The nation, not just Pennsylvania. So what was the Republican answer for that in Harrisburg? Let's cut $80 million for highway and transportation, because we need to give that money to Dutch Shell Oil. So I talked to people, and within 5 to 10 minutes, if they didn't know who I am, I not only convinced them to vote for me, but I could probably sell them a timeshare or a vacuum cleaner in the process. And believe me, between now and the next 44 days, we will call all 16,000 people on our list, and we will convince them that it is time to end the decade of excuses. I want to say thank you as well as Liz did to all of the people in this room. I see so many people who, you know, supported me, knocked on doors. Most importantly, Aaron D. Denard. decided, well, you know what, it really is time to end the decade of excuses. And there have been other people who have said, you know,
let me go get your
just the other day, the woman she was old, you know, when you get to be about 85, 90 years old, you can pretty much say what you want. She said, you know what, you don't have a snowball's chance in hell of being Mario. How are you going to get all those people to write your name? And I said, well, first of all, Jean, they don't have to write my name on the ballot. So that's number one. So that's something in my favor. And when somebody says that to me, Jean, it makes me call 50 more people. It makes me knock on 25 more doors. Because we can beat Mario. It doesn't matter how much power or money he has amassed over the past 10 years, because we are determined to talk to everybody, to get our message out there, and let people know that for 10 years, they don't have very much to show for it. A few choir gowns, a few $200 scholarships, right? And a lot of bagels. So everybody get out there. If you can help us, absolutely help us. We will take all the help we can get. And on November 6th, we will absolutely end the decade of excuses. Thank you.